Hi guys. How you guys doing? Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll. This may be one of the weirdest videos I've ever done. Weirder than that, it might be one of the weirdest videos I'll ever do. That's pretty weird, isn't it? A lot of weirds in there. Say that 10 times really fast in like 5-10 seconds or less. No. This is just my own thoughts, and it's about the Matterator, but it's in a good way. It's in a very good way, because no matter what happens from this, it increases his street cred at least, because it increases his enigma. And if I'm right, then I'm onto something. If I'm wrong, hey, street cred for just being an enigmatic Matterator. So this is for the Matterator. Okay. I had mentioned when I was not his friend that he's very alien-like. He's got little mouth like a slit, very little hair, but some, and blonde hair, blue eyes, light complexion, tall. And I had mentioned that he was like an alien to me. Like I thought he's like an alien. I meant that kind of derogatorily, but then again, I really meant it. It wasn't like that. It was just, I was just stating a moment of a point of fact that it seemed to me like he might be an alien. And the aliens are reptilian, all of them, but they come in two forms, blondes and grays. If the Matterator is an alien, he's a blonde, not a gray, and they're the good ones. The blondes are the taller ones, the nicer ones. The shorter little ones, the gray ones are the mean ones, the mean little suckers. And before I say one more thing, the reptilians, the hybrids, they're hybrid reptilians. They're part human, part reptilian. Therefore, hybrid, like hybrid picking is picking with your pick and your fingers, hybrid picking. Then they became swybrid picking just because you use all the fingers, I guess. I don't know, rather than just one or two. If you use all three, then it's swybrid picking. If you use just this finger, or maybe even just this finger and this finger, it's hybrid picking. I don't know where that line is drawn. But the hybrids rule the world. They're the Bill Gates, the Henry Kissingers, the George Bushes, the people that, probably not Donald Trump, he's not big enough, not high enough up in the rank. But the real people that pull the strings have alien DNA. In fact, we have 95% junk DNA in our biology. People don't know what that other 95 is percent, or they don't say that they do know, or they just don't know. But people that think they know say it's the alien DNA. We have a remnant of that. The aliens helped us breed a million years ago. They jump-started our evolution so that we've evolved this far because of them, and in return we need to serve them because they rule us, because they helped us evolve. It's like a trade-off. If they hadn't come here, we'd still be eating hunched over campfires. But since they came, we can stand upright and think. But in return, we need to serve these people, or we think we do, or both, or one or the other. But the final bit of evidence that made me do this video wasn't all I just said, because that could all be just hearsay and speculation. But the Matterator said an interesting thing to me. He said, Jimmie, I don't sweat. I find it hard to deal with hot temperatures because I don't sweat. I never sweat, Jimmie. And he said like out of the blue, like it was a clue, a rhyme. Like it was meant to happen, or maybe intentionally or not, I don't know. It was intentionally, he's throwing me a bone, and unintentionally, he just couldn't help himself. So I Googled, are reptilians, do reptilians have a hard time sweating? And Google said, yes, reptiles can't sweat. Their only defense in the heat is to go to a shady part to cool down. And then when they're in the heat, they can only be in the heat so long, they got to go back in the shade to cool down till they can go back out in the heat again. And the Matterator specifically has told me in the summers that he can't come over because it's too hot for him. And I'm just fine, because I can sweat. I'm having no problem. I think it's 95 degrees and they're no big deal, but he just couldn't handle it. In fact, it started, it didn't make it happen, but it started us not getting together to record anymore. It started with the heat. Then it was him losing his job, which wasn't his fault. It was the DEI people that chose his gay black boss over him, had to fire him because his boss was gay and black. DEI says he's the good, Matt's the bad. Matt had to go. Wasn't his fault. In fact, Matt was right. The whole company took a hit because they didn't take Matt's advice because Matt was right. Now he's got bills, money to pay, and plus he's got to spend time with his family and blah, blah, blah. We may never record again, but if we do, that's great. If we don't, okay, I get it. But I just want to throw that out there because I'm intuitive, I'm intelligent, and I'm observant. I had to be to get through to survive my dad. I did. And if the Matterator threw me this bone, I'm responding in kind. If he didn't, well, the universe told me to. Either way, I'm being transparent with you guys. And it's not a knock on the Matterator. In fact, if I'm wrong, hey, I just gave the Matterator airtime. If I'm right, I not only described him, but he's cool. He's an alien, dude. I mean, he's a hybrid. Got respect, dude. I mean, we all aren't regular, normal, dumb people here in this world. I'm not an alien, I don't think, but I have my own quirks. The Matter might be an alien, but he's more normal. But maybe that's only appearance. How do you know? Because what's more crazy than being an alien, right? They can, but then again, he can function better than me in society. But then again, I'm more artistic and doing music, and I do that better. But together, we really are a hit. We really do get along well. Either just going live together, hanging out together, working together, producing together, and then making a music video together. Case in point, I don't mean to go on about this, but I am anyway. I got my own video came up on my own feed, and it was Kissing Death, and I said, hell with it, I'll watch it, and it's great. I mean, I haven't watched, I don't know if maybe the 5th time I've watched it ever, and that's how little scantily attention I've given it, but I paid attention to it because it came up automatically in my own feed. So I said, I'm not going to deny my own video. So I watched it, and it's great. It made me laugh. It was good music. It had a good beat. It was cleverly done as far as the graphics and the videography, or whatever that's called. And the music is good. Solo, he did a good, everything. It's a brilliant video. I could have looked better, but I look better now than I did then. I look better with age. I just do. I don't know. Not over 30 years. I'm trying to work on that right now, but over the yearly time, I look better each year than I did before, to me. But whatever, you guys think opposite, but I think I didn't really like my look in that video. I could have looked better, but I think I can do, if I did it now, I would like it better. That's what I'm trying to say. Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.